On these holy rocks, thousands of people praised you, and thousands of birds sang for your past glories. A lot of people in this world praised your endless beauty. We're certain that your glorious past will not stop. It will go on forever.
La storia di Atene si perde nel mito e nella tradizione. Risale a migliaia di anni fa. Conobbe con il passare del tempo glorie, onori.
Surrounded by myths and tradition, the history of Athens started a few thousand years ago. As time went by, Athens received honors, awards, and its glory was written down with golden letters through the pantheon of eternity. The founder of Athens was Kekros, a wise and gifted king who first taught the arts to the inhabitants and brought to Athens the first spark of the civilization's flame. Theseus was born by Kekros' descendants. The Greek mythology has devoted a lot of chapters concerning the exploits which appointed him national hero of Athens. His main achievement, however, was the foundation of the first colonization. With this movement, therefore, the big districts of the area were merged into a city and efforts started for the common good. In this place, civilization and democracy were founded. Besides the statues and the monuments of the area are indisputable evidence of this glorious past. Whatever beautiful and nice at that time originated from Athens. Under the endless protection of goddess Athena, Athens achieved great deeds and its glory shined all over the world. During the time of Pisistratus, the export trade was spread as far as Sicily, Egypt, and Black Sea. The wealth of Athens gave her the ability to erect excellent monuments and temples. The ancient ruins are preserved till now. So, Athens kept on developing. This rising progress has led the city of Athena at the height of its glory. The flying messengers carrying the message throughout the ancient world were talking about the golden century of Pericles. During this century, Athens followed a great constructive development consisted of the outstanding buildings. Parthenon, probably one of the most perfect creations of mankind, was built at that time. Together with Propylaea, the temple of Apteros Nike, and the Erechtheum and other monuments have known immortality. The sculptures of Phidias are unique, and they decorate all his architectural monuments. It was the century where people was acquainted with the enlightening teaching of Socrates and the ancient tragedy of Aeschylus, Euripides, and Sophocles. It was the century where spiritual and artistic activities flourished as never before. Athens had reached at the peak of its majesty. However, according to the law of nature, the time for the countdown and the descent had come. This time, the flying messengers were assigned with the terrible task to convey the bad news to the known world. This was the beginning of the decline. Later on, the Peloponnesian War, the Macedonians of Alexander the Great, and the Romans caused the military decline of Athens. This decline, however, did not influence its spiritual development at all. So, Athens continued to inspire the ancient world. Antiquity now was close to an end. The goddess Athena would take her place into mythology after passing the protection of the city to a new, greater power. The power of the unknown God, which Paul had proclaimed when he was in Athens, was spread as the flower's pollen, and therefore things changed. It was a step for the transition from antiquity to Byzantine times. People started to build churches for the worship of the new God, and Athens stepped aside since the center of the new political, spiritual, and artistic world had moved to Byzantium. The philosophical institutions of Athens close, and the city ends up as a small village. A small village, however, with a tremendous history hovering above, watching its development for the years to come. This development had big troubles in store for Athens, as its conquerors came one after the other. Accordingly, some of the outstanding monuments were destroyed. But the time had come for a new start. It was high time for the Greek flag to wave into the blue sky of Athens. During the revolution of 1821, the people, full of anger, pursued the Turks, and Athens became the capital city of the Greek state. According to the law of nature, Athens was ready once again for a new beginning, more strong and more vibrant. Athens entering the modern age without forgetting that once was the center of civilization. Ancient and neoclassical elements composed the new technique which affected the new buildings. Perfect combination of the natural environment of the city and the historic power of ancient times. reconstruction of Athens continues rapidly, and the buildings, one after the other, compete in beauty and elegance. Every building in its way materializes a dream which is built in very strong foundations. The best artists and architects have created the new miracle and tried to build a new Athens worthy of its glorious past. The city acquired new exquisite parks while its population increased day by day. The House of Parliament was one of the most outstanding buildings at the time. The monument of the unknown soldier was built in front of it. There, the Presidential Guard honors the men who were killed during their effort to save their city. A new beginning that brings back the flying messengers, only this time would carry the good news. The Olympic Games were revived, and Athens was the most proper place to light the Olympic flame. So, the first Olympic Games took place in Athens in 1896. The ancient Greek spirit was alive again, while people honored the Olympic Games and the athletes were striving for a medal. Athens, with Spiros Lewis, won a gold medal in the marathon race. Athens was already a winner of the present, but the future was coming fast. A new city was built close to the already existing Athens. Athens, as it is in our days, is one of the most modern capital cities in the world. New tall buildings replaced the old structure of architecture. With an airplane, you notice that Athens seems as if it's endless, without geographical limits. Whereas if you walk in the streets, you wonder where the city starts and ends. It is very easy to get lost among the complex streets of Athens. In case you go for window shopping, you will certainly admit that shops are quite tempting. Athens is a pleasant experience for a visitor. 5 million of people live here today, live and enjoy its beauty. Come with us and we are going to show you Athens of today, the Athens of 2000. Wondering where to stay, Athens has a lot to offer. First of all, the Greek National Organization of Tourism will provide you with a map of various camping sites in beautiful places throughout the countryside. In Athens, you will also find some of the most luxurious hotels in Europe, consisted of highly specialized personnel who is looking forward to serve you. You will notice that the Greek hospitality is remarkable. Since you ensure where you are going to stay, perhaps you would like to look around the city. While you're sightseeing, you will feel that the ancient Athens and its spirit is alive and it's present. A statue or a postcard can send your mind back in the Greek mythology in a flash of time. In reality, though, you probably realize that you are in Omonia Square, which is the central square of Athens. Athens, as you're going to see now, has the style of the future. Athens is full of wonderful bright green parks, full of trees and flowers which they spring up among the tall buildings of the city. Take a break and walk through the parks in a hot summer day. Let's continue our friendly tour in the city and share some ideas of what else you can do in Athens. As you are going to see, Athens is quite big and you will have a lot of choices. You can go to a nice open-air cafe and enjoy a cold drink or a nice hot coffee. You can even form your own music band. Or you can visit Plaka, the oldest area in Athens. Let us stay and admire the old and picturesque Plaka and travel back in time listening to the bouzouki, this well-known Greek instrument which is very popular all over the world. Near Plaka is Monastiraki Market, one place you should certainly visit. You will be able to admire the Greek art and buy whatever your heart desires. Let's go somewhere else now. Not in Mykonos, of course. We are still in Athens, the city with its many secrets and mystery. Out of the center of Athens, but only a few miles away, is the park of Nea Philadelphia, which is worth visiting. small beautiful zoo surrounded by beautiful trees. There is another zoo you can find in Athens at the National Park Garden, right next to the House of Parliament. A lot of surprises are in store for you in Athens. Lykavitos Hill is one of them. Are you ready for a visit? It will be worth your while viewing Athens from the top. Coming down from Lykavitos, you have surely added some beautiful pictures of Athens in your memories. If you happen to be in Athens on a Sunday, don't miss the change of the guards, which takes place at the Monument of the Unknown Soldier at 11 o'clock in the morning. a big crowd is gathering to admire the Evzons. This is something you should not miss. The Evzons are the president's guards. Their movements and their discipline in their walking is spectacular. What would you say now if we see something different? Let's visit the suburbs. The best way to go is the subway. It starts from Piraeus and goes up to Kifisia. Kifisia is a beautiful suburb full of trees, flowers and fresh air. The old and noble houses are very impressive and worth seeing. Continuing our friendly tour, let's go and visit Athens port, Piraeus. Piraeus is one of the greatest ports in the Mediterranean Sea. The ships depart from there to all Greek islands and many other destinations. A cruise to the famous Greek islands would be a great idea. Even better, a cruise with a fine cruiser. If you own one, there are a lot of marines in both Athens and Piraeus dock. If you don't, you can always rent one. There are plenty. Fishing is allowed to everyone. The fact is that Athens has a lot to offer to a visitor. Recently, the athletic meetings have started to increase rapidly and in an international basis. A lot of athletes have come to Athens and they really loved their stay. Athens is a beautiful and modern city which can satisfy all tastes. Athens is the capital with thousands of hidden beauties, and everyone who knows them can never forget them and always comes back for more. Summer is one of Athens' hidden beauties. Let's see something different now. If you enjoy good food, then Greek cuisine will satisfy your taste in the best Greek restaurants. Greek food will always tempt you to come back for more.
Ed è per questo che un giorno ci ritornerete sicuramente, perché la bellezza di Atene è pari al suo passato.
The beauties of Athens are endless.
Atene con amore.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbird start. Go, 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 Hold it now. Hold it now. This is all me.
What do I want? Everybody in the street. Get down to the fucking
Keep this frequency clear. You play Russian roulette this way.
Right, music,